Now at 6 on WCNC Charlotte. In the last hour, Isaias downgraded from a hurricane to a tropical storm as it approaches the Florida coast. Now it's still bringing high winds and loads of rain. In fact, on your right there is a live look at Fort Lauderdale, and we've got the latest on the storm track and specifically how it could impact us here in the Carolinas. Plus, it is the first weekend of North Carolina's last call order. Now, state and local officials are taking this very seriously and have a warning to businesses that aren't complying. Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Lana Harris. Now, we are going to start off with Tropical Storm Isaias. If you'll look at your screen, this is the current track. The storm is making its way toward Florida, and then it's expected to head up the coast towards the Carolinas. So that means if you're thinking about the beach this weekend, we could see rough surf and rip currents. This is a live look at Myrtle Beach for you, and you can see there are people out there. A little bit of people out there, but the skies are overcast. So meteorologist Aisha Scott is joining us live. Aisha, Isaias was a hurricane earlier today, so it is nice that it's weakening.
Lana.
Sounds good, Aisha. Thank you very much. Now for the latest on the coronavirus, and I am very happy to report things are headed in the right direction. Case counts are starting to level off here in the Carolinas. So North Carolina is reporting more than 1,700 new cases, which is down from what we've seen. And the average positive test rate is going down as well. It's now near 7%. Same story in South Carolina. Case counts are also leveling off there. There are less than 1,500 new cases today, and the positive test rate is trending toward 19%. Both states have reported declines in hospitalizations for the last 3 days. Now, on that note, it is the first weekend of the statewide last call order in North Carolina. That, of course, bans sales on alcohol past 11 p.m. And we are now learning that Mecklenburg County Public Health and CMPD will be revealing a new plan to enforce that order. WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner is live in Uptown to explain what that plan is going to look like. Brandon.
Charlotte.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Now, today, dozens of people stopped by the Valerie Woodard Center on Freedom Drive in Charlotte for free COVID-19 testing. Mecklenburg County's Health Director Gibby Harris says that the turnout, though, was actually a little smaller today than in previous events. So right now, there are more than 20,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases in Mecklenburg County, and it was reported that 12 more people have died yesterday. But that was because of a delay in reporting. So not all of those deaths happened yesterday, and we have just learned that one more person died today. Now, right now, the positive test rate percentage in the county is under 10%, which, like the state, is trending downwards. Now, switching gears to crime, CMPD says a 22-year-old was shot and killed in a parking lot this morning in the city's 71st homicide of the year. Now, this happened in the 7,000 block of South Tryon Street, and the victim is Solomon Fleming Jr. Police believe he and the suspect knew each other, but no arrests have been made yet. So if you know anything, give CMPD a call. 3 people were hurt in a crash overnight on Windover Road at Independence Boulevard. Now, this happened just after 4 this morning. We know 2 people walked away with minor injuries, but 1 person has injuries that are life-threatening. CMPD has not released any further information on that. But now to a positive update. 78-year-old Brenda Breeden has been missing, but she's been found safe and was reunited with her family. This is exclusive video of that reunion from our videographer who was on scene there. Now, Breeden suffers from dementia. She was reported missing after leaving her home on Wingate Road in the Steel Creek area early this morning. So we are glad she's back safe. Well, since it's clear that the coronavirus is not letting up soon, colleges are preparing for a very unusual fall semester. The UNC system just released contingency plans for drops in attendance, including a scenario where 50% of the student population withdraws from the semester. That would be a disaster financially. So some of the scenarios account for millions of dollars in budget reductions, including possible furloughs. Meanwhile, a lot of Carolina college students are moving back to campus this weekend, but things are looking a lot different. WCNC Charlotte's Savannah Levens has the latest. Now, on this same coronavirus track, the YMCA says they regret opening a summer camp near Atlanta earlier this summer. 260 campers and staff were infected with coronavirus. Now, that outbreak happened at Camp High Harbor in Rabun County, and the CDC reports it only took a few days for the virus to quickly spread among the campers. And the YMCA says they did try to follow safety precautions. But on June 24th, a teen staffer felt sick, tested positive, and the camp started sending all of the kids home. It is unclear if any campers and staff have required hospitalization. Look, your teens look a little sad today. It could be because President Trump says he is banning the app TikTok from the United States. And that executive action could come as soon as today. He told reporters he planned to do this aboard Air Force One last night. And the White House has been ramping up their concerns about the video sharing app in recent weeks because of its ownership by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company. A TikTok spokesperson says the app helped to create jobs across the U.S. and was committed to user privacy. Heading overseas, Germany is not happy with the Trump administration's plan to withdraw some 12,000 troops from their country. Now, the plan would shift some U.S. forces to other European countries and bring home more than half of them. NBC's Tessa Arcilia reports from Belgium. Coming up, tropical storm Isaias is barreling through the Caribbean right now, and the Florida coast is getting ready for its impact. We'll tell you how the state is dealing with the storm preparations and, of course, COVID-19. And welcome back. So as tropical storm Isaias turns in the Atlantic, we know forecasters are predicting that it's going to track near the South Florida coast today. So the region is now preparing for high winds and flooding. And remember, Florida is already dealing with a huge number of COVID-19 cases. Chris Pallone reports.
With Isaias.
All right, so what about here at home? We've got meteorologist Aisha Scott tracking Isaias' path. And I guess my question is now, can the Carolinas still be impacted given that it is weakening right now?
Yeah, Lana, the Carolinas will be impacted. However, being that it is weakening, sometimes those impacts will start to come down a little. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Ashley. And that is it for us here at 6 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. In the meantime, we will be keeping an eye on Isaias and have updates for you tonight at 11. And of course, on the WNC app. NBC News Nightly News is next.